Hello, welcome to my channel, to Crochet Curious, and today I'm going to update the crochet along that I am doing with Coco's Crochet in Australia. It's with Litsa, and she's a lovely YouTuber who is actually, I think she is just reaching 1,000 subscribers, and she's been doing this for just a few months, probably 3 or 4 months. Pretty impressive. But she is lovely and she puts out a lot of content. And one of the things she's doing is a scrap crochet along, and it's a stitch sampler. And so I got the colors yesterday for, we're doing a calendar, Sydney calendar. She picks 4 colors every 2 weeks to represent a month so that we're done with the blanket by June. And so April is what she just picked. And the colors are taken from the color of the picture on the calendar. This time we got black and white and blue and red. And so I dug through my scraps to see what I had, and I came up with black, which is hard to see, so I paired it with a white, just a little sparkle stripe white, and then I had a blue and white variegated, a red, and a white, or an off-white, kind of an eggshell. And this was the window stitch, so we were alternating half double crochets and the window stitch. And sorry, oh, and so I did these are double crochets, and then I did the window stitch first, and then the halves, and then the window halves, window halves, window halves, and then in 2 weeks we will get the next 4 colors. So this is the whole blanket, and as I had talked about previously, because I'm using different size weights and can't remember which hook I'm using from week to week, I am going to end up with some wonky edges, but I'm all about embracing the wonky, and I also want to learn how to do freeform crochet, so I'm going to use all my tails and more scrap yarn to do some freeform forms and attach them as a border around the outside to give it a either more uniform or less uniform look depending on what is called for. That's how I roll. And also, I can't remember who said it, but somebody had a tip about using these little hair clips to hold your yarn from unraveling. These things work so good because it's a nice tight squeeze on enough of the stitch to hold it in place till I'm ready to come back to it in 2 weeks. And so this is just my speed, man. This 8 rows every 2 weeks, I can handle that. And I feel encouraged that I'll be able to finish this on time with everybody because it's not too overwhelming what I have to complete every time. So get my scraps out of here. I had some other things I might have paired my colors with, but I decided not to overcomplicate it this time. And I'm also keeping track on a paper what each of the colors are for each month. And oh, it says right here 6.5mm hook, but it doesn't matter because it's different weights of yarn, I guess, because they're coming out all different tensions. So and then the hashtag is hashtag Coco's Crochet Cal, C-A-L 2023. And you can search that on Instagram and see pictures of what people are doing. And then she will probably look for a way to show those off at the end when everybody has their finished product. But so far we've done a foundation of half doubles. And then February was a V-stitch. March was a double crochet because we needed the foundation for the window stitch. So April was the window stitch, alternating with alternating with half double crochet. I might have got that wrong. It might have been double crochet. Doesn't matter. I have written down double crochet, but I could have swore she said half double. So, back it goes in my project bag for another 2 weeks, and I will share some other things I've got going on. I am finding that I just want to start everything. I want to do everything. I want it all, and there's not enough time or energy to do it all, but I'm going to give it a go, you know? So I'm just going to give you a little preview and looking for opinions of some scrubbies that I made. This is a method. I'm trying to come up with a new method to make scrubbies. So this is and I would think it would be better to be bigger. This is not very big. But I'm working on the method first, then I'll get the sizing down. So what do you think? It is fairly flat. And it is scrubby and cotton. And takes about 10 minutes to make, and I don't have to hunt stitches. Does this sound interesting? I'd like to know. Let me know. All right, that's the end of that bag. Let's see what's in this bag. This bag is my baby blanket I'm making. So I'm this far. I've got this much done. It's quite wide. I probably made it a little too wide. But from the yarn I have left, I think it will be close to double this height. So it'll be fine. It'll just be longer on one side than the other. That's just okay. And that is going really quickly. So I am very optimistic that that will be done very soon. I've balled up all the yarn because the yarn was coming off. It's this stuff. It's the same as this. It's the Bernat Baby Sport. Except it, so it was coming off the balls with massive knotted areas. So I ended up having to wind it, cake it all up. I caked 2 full skeins up. And then I'm crocheting it double-stranded. So that's going to be a job. But it's, like I say, it's all caked, so that part's done. I just have to finish the stitching, and judging by how quickly it's going, that's just a few days worth. I should be able to finish it in the next week or so. Now, I was watching Happy to Hook. I'm going to say Litsa, Happy to Hook. And she was talking about hexie cardies and showed off this hexie cardie. And I've seen them, and I see people making them, and I, was always like, oh, yeah, another project. Well, I started one. And I started it using this yarn that I showcased the other day. It's my Yarn of the Month from Darn Good Yarn. It's so gorgeous. I don't know if you can see the sparkle in there, but it has sparkle, and it is just, it looks like candy or something. It's called Mystical Clear Quartz. And so I started making my 6-pointed, and I'm telling you, this looks gorgeous worked up. It is so pretty. I probably don't have enough to make the whole cardigan out of this, and so I checked my stash, and darn if I don't have this in my stash, and I think this will pair very well with it. It is Basic Stitch. See that? That's a match. That's a good match. Anti-pilling Basic Stitch from Lion Brand. 3.5 ounces. I have 2 skeins of this. It's 185 yards each. Plus, these are 75 yards each, and I have 3 of them. So between those 2, I should be able to make my granddaughter her hexie cardigan, and she's going to look styling. So, and that's working up pretty fast. I just barely started it. So, I have high hopes for that project as well. I don't know. My brain has to go in 20 directions or it's just not happy. So I'm working on that. And what else? I am sorely tempted to make an owl bucket because of all the owl buckets I've been seeing. And I wasn't sold. And then I saw Bee's Crafty Corner. She made a purple one. Was it her? No. Yeah. Yes, it was. I'm going to check that. I think it was. And it was so cute. Oh my gosh. So I downloaded the pattern. And I did find, I thought I had enough purple in my stash that I could make one out of purple. But I'm not sure if I do or not because it calls for such large skeins of yarn. But I don't really think it uses that much yarn. But I'll try it first in more earth tones. I have a mustardy kind of color and tan that I'm going to pair together. And I'll see how much yarn it takes, and maybe I do have enough scrap yarn to do, because I have a lot of purple scrap yarn to do it. So we'll see. And if I make more than one, it doesn't really look like it's that time consuming. So, all right, I think I probably have at least 1 or 2 other things I'm working on, but I don't have them here with me. My sweater for the make-along, I haven't done any more progress on that one yet. Now that I know I have till November, I kind of backburnered that one to launch into the baby blanket, which is almost done. So I hop around a bit. So that's my WIPS. Nothing finished and everything started. That is my standard usually. I still have some things cooking on the back burner as well because I like to have a lot going on. So I hope you have a pleasant weekend. It's raining here, and then it was cold last week. It snowed, which is abnormal for here, and it's going to be very cold later this week. So I hope that this weekend goes well for you, that you have a lovely time with your family. I expect to be able to upload my, well, I'm going to do a paint tutorial, but my drawing for 100 subscribers, and thank you so much if you've subscribed. And if you haven't, please do. I'm going to do a drawing for reaching over 100 subscribers, and I'm going to post that tomorrow. I'll have all the things together, and I'll be able to show them off, and they'll be prepared and ready to go to whomever wins. So I think that's the end of the list for the moment. So stay tuned. There will be a paint tutorial shortly, and then tomorrow I'm going to post the giveaway. Have a great evening. Bye.